start things off.
Spot on. Heretics on the defending side. Obviously, that means Leviathan on the attack, and already the man known for being the can opener for Leviathan is down. Aspas removed instantly. And now Heretics don't need to overextend. They can calm it down, sit on the side, but that's an opening and a big chance. Removing that anchor sets Heretics out to shore, out to drift. They have nowhere to levy, and the shots are hitting. Calm with a belter straight through middle. And I love what Tex is trying here. As long as he doesn't go too far, he secured them so much space. Oh, he's been outdone though, Riens. Remember what he was like in that final map. Do they go back for this?
He calls him back. He calls him back. All of the Team Heretics players are rotated right now, but because of that Viper wall being refreshed with that Harbor wall, right now Team Heretics is going to stay and stay and stay. And King, look at his positioning. He's waiting to cut off the rotations as well, try to get another pick off, and this is so hard to trade out as well.
The silence is deafening now towards B, and they know it. They're behind the wheel here. The positioning from King could be outstanding. There's no way the Miniboo checks this.
No way.
He thought, and he actually did give it a go, but it's King who's rewarded for his diligence in approach, and the follow-up could have been happening, but no, back and forth we go! And Heretics carving a path back into this, but come in their way. A 1v2, a Sheriff, and almost full utility. Do not forget, he still has everything he needs and a plant.
It's planted for Belt. He's got 2 shots. He's got Dart. Riens is one-shottable. Woot, just 2 bullets to connect. This is a very winnable situation for Calm. This is going to be difficult for Team Heretics. The first shot lined up.
He's ready, sends it. That's the first. The second, soon to follow. Now got the tag, but he now needs to swing. He needs to make sure, and he's absolutely doing it. 3 HP. He still has to land. Oh my God! The time! There's again a fight towards it, but very fast mid-work. Look at King already. Straight up middle. Managed to get past the turret undetected. They have no idea about this. Benji none the wiser. Wu looks like a victim in the making. He takes a look to the left, looks to the right, and he waits. That's patience, that's discipline, and that's a good goddamn reward. King! Outstanding impact already. Right up middle, perfect planning, and the reward is there.
That's a tough pill to swallow for Team Heretics right now. They're in a 2 versus 4, and it looks like they're looking for an opportunity back in here. Spike hasn't been planted yet. Benji.
You're not going to isolate a fight on the high-low there. Pull Benji now away from where he was, looking for a brawl here, but Aspas waiting. He's got a read on this one. Yeah, he absolutely does. Eyes on the prize for Aspas, but not perfect on the follow-up. Hold on. Heretics just found 2. King again, though. Anytime there might be a swing moment, he finds so much impact, even if it's just 1 kill. Mazino, gotta be cautious to not get overwhelmed here. You can see Benji desperate to get him, and Benji's going for Riens on the follow-up as well.
They know where King is.
Spike, and they've got to know about King. He was the one who took down Boo. How do they position around this? Let's see. An upgrade for Benji, a stinger still, but it's perfect! And aggression seems to be the name of the game. They're doubling down on this. Miniboo, too far, has to back away.
He goes
forward. Woot goes forward. He takes away Aspas, and now they once again try and do more damage. Riens from further afield, finding Mazino. They've left Lev in tatters. Down to Tex, King, and Com. How the hell are you meant to make this one work now? So many bodies here. Lovely little off angle for Miniboo in case they try and push up. They can swing together, they can work together. And let's see, that's exactly the case. He gets a fair free fight near on King. And Tex and Com, what options do you have? A beautiful shot, no follow-up. Benji on the trade. Heretics starting to hit together as a team. Not impossible, but improbable, Josh.
I'm loving the repositionings together. They realized 3 versus 1. Let Tex get to the site, plant that spike, and lock himself out.
I love this.
Fundamentals.
Showing that heads up, that calmness on stage. Just look at this little stack here. Knowing that Tex might want some security. He might want some safety. Oh my God, but
he got the thing to HP.
What the hell, Tex? Surgical precision, and now he's got a real game. He's got a real chance in this. This was a 1v3, bear in mind. He's looking for another body to drop, but no one's giving him that game because Miniboo's been left having to scour away.
Spike planted.
Now, Tex with just basically that gun in hand, but 2 targets, that's 1. Oh,
he missed the setup from
Miniboo!
Team Heretics. It's going to crush Lev.
It feels like a trap, doesn't it? And now they look to get proactive. Heretics bringing the fight to Leviathan! The second they showed, even just a centimeter, even just a pixel out of place, they pounce. And now, once again, they're down 2 players at the very start.
These early fights for Team Heretics, it was working so well for them yesterday. They keep doing it, setting up that fight with Mini Boo and that Gecko. The Dizzy Flash. But into A site, Team Lev go. They have that Viper's Pit. They might use it to secure this round. If they get a good spike plant, they get the good positioning on that Viper's Pit, they might be able to turn this 3v5 around. But that Thrash on the other side of things makes them second guess it. Tex holding his ground, so good in these positions to tap them out.
Time to go though. Mini Boo set into motion, and it's just poetry. Look at his connection on Tex. Caught King as well. Com, the only one alive, trying to secure his teammate at the least, but you can see the killer's on the way, and he is hungry for blood. Com can't defend them here. There's nothing more. How deep can Com go on this though? Not at all. 3-3.
Early B split as well. Oh, Benji through the
was that
smoke.
just straight through? Yeah. Oh man, I don't know if there was a gap maybe or something, but he's got his man. You see King wanting to trade that, but there's no play allowed now. You got away with a little naughtiness in middle. They're not going to let it happen again. But for Lev, they're losing out on bodies so early here now, so consistently. This is the first time they've at least got towards yellow. They've got that, but they've still lost a man in middle. Benji brought back to attention, but already cleared a little by Mini Boo. I like this. They're so proactive.
Com's had that ultimate for 3 or 4 rounds now. 4 versus 5 here. Aspas has the Bladestorm popped. We know how deadly he can be with this. Already, Team Heretics, they have that man advantage, so they're trying to value their lives a little bit more, play for that retake. They have that lockdown. Yes, Com can counter it.
And Boo was marvelous playing from here before in just their earlier series.
Let Aspas get a little bit closer. Take the space. Deny the ability for Team Heretics to get close and get that lockdown.
30 seconds left.
Plants in, post-plant now. One of the previous strengths Heretics held with a retake prowess. However, Aspas with the knives out. You can never underestimate it. Hunter's Fury will be burnt to deal with the lockdown. I can see that come in, but it's King holding the line. Somehow he gets traded eventually, goes down, but it's all on Boo. Ain't gonna happen here, so they should be heads up to it. They should be aware. So they still have to deal with it, and it seems Tex was none the wise. Masses of safety, but Wu still wanting a little more. Looking above the wall, and he finds a player, and the follow-up for Rien's. Heretics finding the perfect balance. Aggression, discipline, back and forth, and Leviathan struggling to match this step by step.
In Heretics' wheelhouse to close it out. So dangerous.
So much on his plate. That's 4 players here. He's going to get contact and fall away. Tried to make a little bit of a stand, but he doesn't outstay his welcome, and it's the right choice. Leviathan taking all that B space. First time they haven't lost a player early. Ult comes in, quick rotations coming in. They were rewarded last time when they were... Oh!
Okay.
What a shot from Aspas. Mechanically, still one to always be feared, but Boo from the backlines. Did Aspas see the player? He absolutely did. But he's got one left, one right, one above. Boo gonna take away Texas. Benji finding Aspas, and again, Heretics holding the line. But look at King.
Pistol round all over again.
Rinse, step, repeat. Do they expect it now? Do they read it now? The silence once again deafening, ringing in their ears. But King gets active. Oh!
Rhythm back in. Nope,
Making
shut
up
down.
towards Maze. You're looking at the crossfire. Root on one side, Rien's on the other. One up towards the belt. The swing from Rien's, he gets cleared. That's better. Mazino gonna find the first. Untraded either. Now Benji gets involved though. Chaos on the site. They know there's 2 on the site from the Dizzy. Tex gonna do well. Oh, with back-to-back impact, but still, Lev this time have the player advantage, but they don't know about Mini Boo. A hit and run. He's out of there. And down to a 2v2. A quick upgrade for Com. Can they find stability? Will they be outdone by the lurk itself? Look at Boo's positioning. But already Lev, they feel something's wrong. They can feel it in the air. There's something happening they don't like. They don't have that full picture on A.
Left.
But being proactive may not get them where they want. It's Mini Boo on the angle. He's going to hear these steps. He's ready. He's waiting. And he's doing absolute wonders.
They're going to beat Lev here.
What are their tells? What have they got going on? They've got such a good read. Boo now absolutely knows it. Looking to invest the ult.
He has a molly to stop the plant as well.
We can see if that comes in. Aspas trying to hunt him down, though. He's looking for that opportunity already. Going to have the ult coming in. Mini Boo's fallen. King holding the line. Mosh on top, but it's going to be awkward from CT. It's King, desperate to do damage, but Heretics trading back. It's still a 3v3. Boo's ult in play. Rien still has his, and Benji is let loose, closing the gap. There's the ult from Rien's.
No.
Does connect. He's found him. He's taken away Aspas. He's clearing. He's setting up Benji, who's so reserved, so on point. But Com needs to clutch here, but he can't even see the spike. How much can he do? A tap's drawn his attention. He has to keep spamming. He can't escape. Going in. Hello. Go on, Aspas. Have a round. Give us something. keep them in their place. Right now, Woot shows no respect, doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on aggression, and Miniboo almost rewarded.
He's got the alarm about to cover his left. All he has to do is look right.
His timing was just... Okay, no, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. And a couple of knives come whizzing past, but it's Com to find him. Now, we look at Boo, we look at Miniboo on the way, but they're far. This is the first time Leviathan have, it feels like, found that pattern, that, I guess, the tempo to play this right, and they have a free plant.
And a Viper's Pit to secure if they need it. Com, also Hunter's Fury. This is going to be difficult for Team Heretics to break through. That one-way orb to help get out, but Mazino, bottom of the site here. And the flank.
That's gonna be two. Hold on, it's down to a 2v2. Aspas was already so low. The spam's so close.
No way.
Another body dropped. They're cutting down everyone in their way. But can King clutch this up? Boo commanding him to turn around to pay him attention. But King waits with patience, head held high. And he's gonna hear this. King now just has to play it to the clock, and he does! King! Look who's waiting. Boo, they're aware. And now they're very aware, and it's an effective trade for Heretics. Boo! Breaking the backs of Leviathan with 2 quick kills, giving them the man advantage. Tex and Com have to respect this. You can't stick around. Com trying to make a quick escape here. And they've noted the follow-up player. They know where both of them are.
This is what Tex is like. They know it's both here.
Tex now. Oh, they run him like an absolute bug.
Rotation between A and B. They can catch someone on that rotation, but they just miss the timing.
This timing could be outrageous. He's seen to. Boo's done a good deal of damage towards Mazino as well. And while this happens, they press the issue towards A, speeding things up. Aspas waiting patiently. Could be death from above, but he decides to back away, play it patient. Tex shows none of that patience, none of that respect. He goes in head first, finds himself to a swing from Mazino. Doesn't look good for the time. We're looking like this one is going to peter out here. This was the bonus for Heretics. And a big moment for Leviathan to try and stick, really, some sort of resistance starting. I mean, he may want the fight, but the timing's going to be everything on this one. They're going to pause here, probably. Look and see if Benji gets rewarded. And now with the crowd, they're going to start turning around, checking behind them! And King commands the crowd, and he gets his reward. Takes away Benji. And now you can see the 3 players on A on red alert. Aspas maybe got a feeling on this one, and he is right. That is he dealt with. He can't get back in time. However, Mazino, Tex, keeping the A site safe. Tex is starting to heat up now, showing some real heavy hits. As Riens will have to watch that clock tick away. Timing not going to be on his side. And this looking like a rather lost round.
That B site.
Oh,
they know the A is coming in.
Hold on. You may know about it, but it doesn't mean you're going to be able to stop it. Miniboo already taking away Tex, who's been pretty much the rock of this A site. As, you know, Aspas has been doing okay and could be everything here. Com trying to make up for that. Maybe just take a glance. He takes more than a glance.
As well to invest. They have the numbers now on their eco. They're going to have A site for free, get that plant for free, and he's going to be able to recover his Thrash for the next line. But early prey take maybe, perhaps.
I mean, they've got
Wait, he took out his teammate with his Thrash. Oh no, Riens.
A little awkward. But Boo's still here. They still need to clear out Boo on this, and if all the rest of Heretics can keep their attention turned, he's going to be death from above. A terrible surprise waiting. And now we look at what's remaining. Just Aspas in a 1v3. So many angles to try and clear by himself, and only 40 HP to do so. Benji got the rifle. Woots got himself the Bulldog. It's a disaster in motion.
You think it's Lev crawling back round by round, but Heretics, with that first pickoff, with that Sheriff, transitioning, just getting these trades as well, just the positioning together. That Neon Wall, they just cross, they disrespect it, they get in there. Benji still alert to that A push. Right now,
still waiting.
4 versus 3 on this B site though. This is in favor of Team Heretics.
Yeah, Benji's starting to lean a little closer though, just in case. The Miniboo waiting on the drop for the wall. He's going to get one. The trades are so good. Great spacing from Heretics here. High Dizzy off the back, and Riens want to try and make it uncomfortable on the side. Mazino trying to dodge above and around as best he could. Support's on the way, but it's far away. Tex taking the long rotation. You can already see Benji's utility will be in play for that. Aspas has to go all the way around. We're going to need an Aspas round here. Maybe Tex, maybe Mazino. But they're going to need someone to do some heavy hitting here. Tex gonna have to take the damage on this one, and Aspas already falling. It's Tex and Mazino with the world against them. Heretics eyeing up that 11th. The composure is just perfect from them. Leaving Tex to try and walk this back. And he's been noted. first one found. It'd be a 1v4 and nothing less. The clock is ticking. I'm already seeing Riens sitting safe, sitting far away, making sure there's no naughtiness in there.
5 that you want. Team Heretics off the back of that time. Yes, the spike's going to get planted. Yes, Team Heretics is going to back off, but right now, the rotation's in, and they might use that Hunter's Fury early to take them off the spike.
Minibu clears side out for them already. Hunter's Fury, normally Com is good for this. He's not getting his usual reward, and Aspas doesn't get his connection. It's Minibu showing control, keeping the site safe. Lockdown is in. Plant is there, however. Riens looking for his man, looking for a body to drop. He finds it. Let him loose. He'll give his life up, and he's done his damage. He'll accept his fate. He's basically given them 12. As now Com has to face the music, has to go and fight. Otherwise, he has to watch this round tick away in front of his eyes. And now a 1v4. Look at the angles, look at the positions. They're going to have to move towards this, though. He's going to get harmed. A great attempt, but not enough.
Elements to the gameplay that I haven't seen all year from them. The way that they go for that one yet.
And now we go. Do they clear back Yellow diligently? Yes, they do. That's going to be one man found. That's King down on his knees. Minibu carrying on his reign of terror. Gets down Aspas as well. The site now waving the banner of Heretics as Com and Tex far away, and they know it. They all on top for Boo. Smothering and shrouding the plant here. Leaving Tex and Com praying on miracles.
This last round of the map. Seemingly Lev just going out with a whimper here. Needing to crawl back and go the distance.
Last time they met, it was 15-13. A Leviathan win on this map. And the difference a couple days can make here. Heretics looking so goddamn lethal. Tex gives it a go, but that's all he can do. As Com now in a 1v4, the time is up. This one's done. This has been a display of Heretics. Let's see how they handle it, though. Again, we saw them starting to warm into the game, but Icebox was just I mean, it was a marvel to watch.
Tex slipped back in. He's going to take the fight. Minibu.
That's a bold look, considering Minibu is already somewhat expecting it, or at least being heads up enough about it. Quick little flash to control the back of the pillar. And Com tries to play forward, almost careless in approach. They're going in bit by bit, and bit by bit, they're falling! Wound on the follow-up. Leviathan, this pressure play they wanted to go for, that almost pre-take they wanted to try, it fell to pieces so quickly.
Still, Team Heretics staying in the site, waiting. That firing squad. Minibu got them in the back. But here, clearing out that spawn, trying to find out where King is. King actually might be able to isolate them.
Maybe he's got smoke, paranoia. Two to the right, one to the left, and one further on pillar. The swing off this contact is going to be horrific, yeah. There it is, there's no way out.
Heretics, though, they're going to get caught here in the open.
The triple swing is fantastic for Lev. Going to force him again for a flick, but Woot with a great shot towards Aspas. Hold on, it's not secure by any means. It's still very much game on. And a recheck and a refight, but a trade again. This is a bonus, and it's going this close. And now they might get that 3v2 on the B side. Benji taking the space, but there's two on back pillar.
Kate, they found my wire.
Got to know that he's close here. Hearing that go up, Tex divides, and now the counter swing. Benji taking great fights here. And bear in mind, King is a mile away, and this could all fall to pieces. What is happening to Lev here? King saved them from probably a worse scoreline on Icebox, and he might have to save them again. A 1v2, he's creeping closer, he's speeding up, he wants to fight and he's gonna get it. Takes away Benji, but now Woot on the other side. The paranoia goes in, but King tempers the pace a touch. Slowly looking for his man, Woot waiting on the other side. He's committed to the angle, but how long does he wait? How long does he think he considers the other side?
This map as well, he was the one to keep them in it. Lev, I thought.
But Mazzino on a platter here. They've already managed to navigate past most of the Cypher trips by going towards that elbow side. They've got control of CT. Benji put to task, controlling that short play back in.
As soon as this KO ultimate stops, though, what is the reaction, the response? Boo. That's a good start.
And that's a heavy hitter gone. That's a man that's been keeping Lev looking competitive.
Look at Boo. He has that paranoia. He's ready for this.
And I'm waiting to see if Benji's got his head tucked down by the stairs. It's such a key place for him, but he's going to just play it forward. They're getting confident. They're working off the util. They are absolutely decimating Leviathan in this round. Mazzino A 1v5 is commanded of, and you're not gonna get this, do you, Lev?
Might.
Very risky, but they do get a reward on it. Tag is there, hold on. Maybe this is the stand they needed. Com with the connection. Takes away Riens. A 2-player deficit for Heretics, and the man to the good this time for Lev. Big impact, and they have no idea about King. Well, now they do. Benji's in danger, he's on a platter, and he is beheaded. King holds the ground, holds the space. Miniboo and Boo dealt with the fire. Clearing through, don't actually get a glimpse. Miniboo gonna take towards the side, and they've got what they need. A fight on the cross, Mazzino wins, denies a fair fight for a trade. Good follow-up from Miniboo, and a quick push back out from Miniboo. They are trying to take this space, they have to respect this. This is gonna give them enough security to get the plant in. Holding now. He's done his job. Kept them secure. And a 4v3, King, Com, and Aspas.
The smoke to isolate. Yes, it lets King get inside of it, but still the crossfire, once he exits the other side of it, Com already
So far away.
so far.
He's so far from this. You'd need like back-to-back kills almost instantly. And Heretics aren't going to give you that. You've got to make that space yourself. How do you do it? That's
What?
how you do it with a shot like that from Aspas. More? Absolutely not. Boo, the backbone of the Heretic side, not going to let it slip. Now down to just Riens in a 1v1. King, again, running low on time. I think he's going to be out of it. Riens can just play this to the clock, play it to the time, and he does!
And again,
Rinse, repeat.
FB main.
It feels like madness to be doing the same thing over and over, trying to make a way out of it, but he gets tagged. Riens can't quite find him again, but they still drop Com. They're doing it together, and it's the first time we're seeing this. That's massive. This should be the trap. Well, what reads that? Now they know everything. Now they should have the full picture. Benji trying to work back in, but it's traded out. Boo still alive until then. Aspas, there's the impact. There's the man you need to wake up here. As Riens in a 1v2.
That reposition, spike down. 40 seconds to work with Riens.
He's still the man. We saw what he could do just yesterday, and another chance. Well, Aspas is the man they needed for the job, and he was absolutely there when they needed him most. And Aspas wants to keep up what he started. Oh, God. It's just brutality. King at least going to try and avenge his fallen teammate. There are bodies here now, but the support's arriving. Benji's coming over. Are they just going to brawl this out? That would be madness, surely. One way going to be reinvested, and you can imagine this side of the map gets closed.
If you note that the smokes are down for the attacking side, the positioning right now of Lev with common market, because that crossfire cannot be dealt with at B, there's no smokes to block off that market line right now. The lean is on mid and on A right now, but King trying to hold this one-way smoke. But the pop flash.
This is going to be hard work for King. He's forced away and he's dead. The reaggress is divine from Heretics. Know exactly what they wanted to do. Tex trying to retake that space, and they got to scramble here because Tex is on the hunt. He needs to close the gap. Oh, the cosmetic stun strikes again. Riens takes away Tex. Mazzino and now on Com to try and do something that's... Okay.
With each other, but again, another bait setup. I like this.
Yeah.
First time that Tex is going to have support here. But King to take first contact.
The spacing, not there, not there.
It was a timing. Tex popped his camera, so he got off the angle. Normally, he should take that first contact, bait them into King.
Oh,
but again,
Aspas.
3 versus 4, you pop your ultimate. This is desperation right now.
Watching at straws and finding nothing for it. At least going to deny the first attempt of the plant. This could open up the chance for a pre-take. Boots down low, and now back on the side. Aspas has to be the one to lead the path. Mazzino by his side, but it's down to a 1v1, and Aspas down low again. Boo sitting pretty, sitting perfect on HP, but Aspas a threat at all times, at all HPs!
Out of the magic hat. Starting with that first pick that Mazzino got, you thought right here, there's no way Lev is able to clear this up. You see Aspas pop his ultimate there. Okay. Yeah, not gonna happen. But
Teams tried it. Say a couple teams tried it, but you can see what that happens. Heretics is still the one standing. As 5, they can still come together. They've taken the site here, and plants in. Ults on both sides pretty much. Miniboo trying to at least secure some space, but it's Com to connect. We know that he does this. We know he's always so good on that Hunter's Fury. This time they get the plant down, 4v4 here. Benji in his position, in the spot that he's renowned for, waiting. See if Minibu can maybe draw their attention and bait him into play. But if you've seen their VOD, you know where he is. And away we go, dart to the brain, King's gonna fall. Benji still waiting, still looking to strike. 2 more players, the time's gonna be ticking here, Josh. They gotta get a move on. Okay, that's how you do it. You create a new avenue of approach. Oh, Tex, back to back, big damage. Good counter work from Rienz, but Minibu deals with the player from CT. Now we look towards the site. Minibu overwhelmed, and it's all on Rienz in a 1v2. Time, oh, Rienz takes away Aspas, the time's gone. Clutch as hell from Rienz. Yeah, this game is really warming up here. We're seeing Aspas having to really up his levels as well. He started to hit hard. You saw Mazzino right there, King clutching up, but the answer back. Maybe there's still more to be seen. Maybe that next half is going to be up to par. 4-8, it is not over yet. We've seen maybe it's time to warm up here. Maybe start seeing them look like they're fighting together. And we do see them, well, all standing together currently. Oh.
But where's the trade?
Well, the spacing again. Fundamentally, we are asking questions of Lev here that they are not answering.
But again, Aspas slows down to wait for the team. There's no team, but the push through, Lev
the
with the
flash.
flash.
It was so good, and Tex's shot is better with the follow-up as well. Tex trying to do what he can. That's 3 kills, but still, it is a 2v2.
And Rienz is up.
Okay, plants now in play. Time's on Lev's side.
He's got shocks for Mazzino back here.
See what Rienz goes for as well, yeah. Lots of util still to play with. Boo still got what he needs as well. Spotting out Mazzino. That's shock dart towards him. Forcing him out of the angle. A little bit of a shot towards it. Rienz, if anything, just tunnel visioning towards what he knows, which is Mazzino. But there is still the unknown element of King, who's been pretty much the one to full stop these rounds. Leviathan again. So singular and focused. Minibu already sent away, but Boo stuck around. Punished King, and now, no way! Minibu double back. He went back to Jack. Doesn't leave Boo to fight alone, and look at the absolute mess of bodies left over towards Elbow. It's on Aspas and Com to try and find some threat here, try and close the gap, and Minibu, oh my god, so evasive! Minibu, you are absolutely brilliant at this!
And right now, Lev wants to do the market split.
In they go. Benji was affected by the stun. He's still the only one revealed so far. Rienz couldn't close down on the kill, but Benji comes away from the stun, looks towards Spain and takes away King. They may have marked it, but it's going to be Tex's position. That could be everything. He's carved them up some space, and now it's on Boo.
That's my down 8 seconds.
Oh, has he done enough? He might have slowed them down just enough to deny them. I think it's too late. I think Com knows it as well as Heretics. Just... Yeah, contact piece does kind of remove some of the set-in-motion play that could have come through. They actually managed to do some serious damage on that. Taking away Minibu takes away the biggest danger, the biggest threat, but Boo's still alive. Can he get away? No! Com catches him before he can escape. And now the site is in Leviathan's hands. Plant's going to be there. They got past that by doing that contact piece. They managed to evade the threat of the paranoia, the showstopper combo. That was so diligent. But now, looking for the way back in. It's going to be King played back through. Do they check? Benji, notorious for this position. And he swings and he strikes. He only gets one.
Thunder.
Here comes the ult. Doesn't affect the players, however. And this dart could be huge. Benji can't close in, though. The follow-up stun has caught him. That's great. Rienz going to be warded away. This is a brawl now. How do they get out of this one? Mazzino controlling the site, trying to find security for that plant. Secure safety. But Wood, Benji, Rienz, they drop the bodies. They drop it to the ground, leaving Tex a little adrift. But he finds his way forward, fighting through market, looking for a follow-up towards Rienz. Tex with impact. Now Boo.
This plant position is the only thing that scares me. If Mazzino goes down,
I guess. And Tex slips a little bit deeper. So there is a 1v1 on the site here for a couple of seconds. Obviously, Boo doesn't know it. Checks to the left, dips to the right. He wants in. Tap on the spike, should draw a player forward, but he's missed him. He didn't catch the timing, and Tex catches his...
Needs to go big, though.
Yeah, Boo's sticking around. He's staying on this, maybe the unexpected.
Wait, the neon wall protects him from the drone.
They have no idea. Oh my god, wait, Boo could do something serious here. Rienz gets denied through market. But the ult, I mean, they know where he is now. All that surprise is gone, and look at it. The firing squad swings. Leviathan in control now.
Let them have the map and deal.
Knife early, but it doesn't seem to dissuade Leviathan. They continue forward. Aspas on a heater. Oh my god! This guy is from another world when he plays like this. Woot, what are you trying to do here now? has to fall away a little bit. The site is theirs. Juan can be in next. Nice try from Riens, but there's safety to be found.
Spike planted.
Rolling Thunder, that's what I look to. Position safely behind that box. Just needs that info, that cue from his teammates to be able to fight back. Woot. Don't know when that knife's coming back off cooldown. Should be soon. I don't know if he invests this ult. Not yet. Not without a kill.
Waiting. Patiently, flash, push. They already know where they are. Leviathan holding them at the door. There's no way in. There's no access. It's going to be surely 12. Riens can do nothing about this. One to the left, one to the right. And look at Com's positioning. He's not going to let this one slip. Falls away from the side. Let's Riens try and try as you might, Riens. You still got to find another player, and you ain't got the time to do it. Com just needs to survive, and he does. It's 12 for Leviathan.
Boo can get out with his teleport.
I mean, that's 5. 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
Do you commit to it? You can see the hesitation. Yeah, Benji is just taking space.
Look at Riens with his line for the 100 Sphere. He knows he can beam this line in the back.
This could be everything. He needs to find value. He needs to find a couple players here, and he's doing just that. Mazzino goes down, but they manage to survive. Leviathan now going to try and make it work with 4. In towards the site they go, and the plant is there.
KO ulti flash pre-take coming in. Next 5 seconds or so.
They got to
make on Benji
work
as well, but the body.
Is this or it's done? Is this or it's over? Benji, oh, it's perfect with Miniboo, waiting for the aggression, reading it well, and King's good. I don't think he's this good. Heretics.
Yeah.
They've seen the feet,
Oh,
and they've seen the
Renan.
shot.
30 seconds left.
You're looking at Tex.
You
He
cannot
was
die.
a monster in middle before, but now you can see them hungry for him. The showstop was gone. That was wasted. Did not find his man. Tex still alive. He has controlled them, kept them cornered, and now the site under Leviathan's control. It's OT or it's GG, at least on this map. Com trying to fall away. Leave this into the hands of Aspas. But you can see the KO ult. Tex, value, Leviathan with
Benji.
a fire lit underneath them. But is it enough?
No way. They know
Benji
he's hurt.
Riens. They know where Tex is, surely. Benji, Riens, defuse, and it's OT.
Lev, commit and come back
That
with
start.
the redigs.
Oh, Woot with that start.
here,
Josh.
Lev's got the read. They have the trips, they have the camera. They have the players.
Ooh, big info. That's not bad, but they don't know about the third man. They do not know about Mazzino waiting. The paranoia is good, but Mazzino has to show his hand, and he does well with it, does damage with it. Rienzo trades it back even better by taking away Tex. Now they saw King, and they kill the King! Riens takes the crown in this round, leaving Aspas and Com so far away.
It's going to be a very difficult retake for Lev. They have to go for this. It's OT. Every round matters.
Ooh, and you know it's been a good round when Riens is already popping that ult.
Oh, he's going to get a tag too. This is so tough. Dart's still available. As soon as they get on that spike, but the crossfire also in the sight, the trip.
Oh, this is brutal to witness. You can feel how arduous it is. And look who's creeping. Boo. If they even make it through on the site, they still got Boo to handle.
Securing the round.
This is it. Around the world, putting Aspas to bed and Com. Nothing more.
Paint shells.
One ways up.
One gets the paint shells. Lev, Aspas,
Falls
you need
towards
this.
him, and he's going to fall off the angle. Miniboo can post the paint shell, buy some time, 15 seconds now, they have to respect it. Time to work forward, time to face the music here. Leviathan going to take the first strike though. Nice work towards the site. Sweeps it clear, Heretics go down. Plants coming in, they've got the 2-man advantage. Yeah, Com's barely alive, but he is alive. And that's the important factor here. You've got Riens, you got Benji, you got Woot, but you got Com on the around the world flank. Little by little, he's closing that gap. They may be ahead of the smoke, but they won't be ahead of him. And Woot, yeah, oh my God, hold on. The Com, the back line
Sight
here.
is clear on that knife, but the pre-take is ready.
Yeah, look and see them work off this, but I don't think it's as effective as they'd hope here. But it's the pressure from CT that could be the surprise. But it's Miniboo and Woot looking blind, but still hitting. How the hell did Woot get that kill on Com? I do not know, but it works well. And look at the advantage so early on. I like that tempo change. I like that pressure through CT, but somehow Heretics was so ready.
This is so difficult. Again, a 2 versus 5 this time for Lev. This is so difficult to break through, and Miniboo, Riens, both close to their ultimates. If either of them get a kill here.
Oh, Zeno trying so desperately. It's not pretty, and you think you know that the round isn't going your way. Texan giving it a good old try, but I think they've done more than enough here, Heretics. Zeno desperate to try and take a stand, but at this point, Time's against him. Heretic.
Aspas swings into this. Benji gets that first kill. That cage gives it away.
This should be everything they need to know here. Smoke just went up towards short as well, but I'm looking at the options that Woot has. Does he play forward? No, he's going to pop a flash towards it, but that's about it. They haven't stepped towards the side just yet until now. Benji's in a lot of danger here. Currently corralled into the corner, and they're very cautiously taking the space on the side.
As I watch this main action on A, I think about this Boo versus Tex minigame that's going to play out over the next 20 or 30 seconds or so. Knife misses, gets
Only
one, but Benji has to be forced out of this position.
Benji is in so much danger. Nearly isolating him a couple of times here, but this pause on the site, it's given pause for thought. Getting paranoid about middle, about a flank. Now they go for the plant here. Leviathan toying with time.
Speaking of paranoid, there is no paranoia in play. Boo across the map. He needs to group with his team. He needs to get the value from his paranoia.
So very late. Mini Boo, the one to be affected by the paranoia coming out from Lev. And Lev have 5 players on the side, and they've got no reason to move just yet. Waiting with the
First
darts.
smoke. Second smoke comes out elbow.
This is it. It's go time. It's the go signal. King, Com, waiting on the side. The paranoia is good.
Beautiful flashes.
And Mini Boo flies in, but it's Boo to find Tex, and suddenly they're falling like flies. King can only do
It's
so.
them.
One who's been keeping this safe at times, the one who's been securing Heretics these rounds. Pixel shown, and the trap is sprung. Tex with a great shot, opening up the map, smoke up towards heaven,
30 seconds
spikes
left.
on the way.
Here.
Difficult retake for Team Heretics without the smokes on Boo. Sheriff's in play. And a stranglehold on these choke points. It's going to be so difficult to break through. Miniboo Rians have Sheriffs of their own. They need these fights. They need the win.
Okay, but Aspas
trade.
still drops a body. Mazzino doubling down on it.
remaining.
It's Benji. It's just Benji, and he's got so much to do. And doesn't
Those trips, that pressure at middle with Mazzino's walls
Yeah.
to get that just misdirection, that doubt put in the back of Team Heretics' mind. And it creates that opening for Aspas. Always the threat of a lurk. Look how split they are. I've never seen them this spread apart before. Boo and Benji.
Here comes the punish. Boo, the position is pretty good. They've got to be aware there's a chance. They seem none the wiser, but an exceptional trade for Com. Keeping them with a good chance towards the site to at least get the plant. Now Benji's on an island, overwhelmed, and the bonus looking deadly for Lev. That's a plant, and that's safety. Mini Boo, Rienz, and Woot, they're not here in time.
This is tough. Again, Boo down, no smokes in play. Rienz is alive, Dizzy, Dart. This is their opening here with that cove.
They got to go now. They got to try and close down on these kills. And Woot's done so damn well. He's got
Wingman for the spike
Wingman ready. Tex is there though, and Tex has been sharp.
They're going for the spam on the wingman.
It's not working. I'll tell you for free.
It's
Isn't
defusing.
working. What a fumble! That was so
Down to the
close.
wire. Team Heretics needs to be cleaner.
Bloody hell, Tex.
Aggressive again.
He's a scary player, isn't he? The second he sees him, just swats him like flies. But does Boo manage to keep his life? He does. Big from Boo, but he could be traded.
Spot the arm.
Oh, he's dead to rights. Com puts him to his grave instantly.
Won't expect a third player here, though. There's no way they expect Woot. But
the
they're going to
outro-
drone anyway. They were thinking about it.
Went
That's
for the
why.
ult instead. Fair play. Woot's in a real spot of bother here. Like, what are you meant to do in
He
this?
can sit back here. It's so hard to flush him out. They have no AoE. One shot.
He can't get away, though. If he stepped too far. Punished. Aspas. Waiting.
Okay.
Rienz gonna find Mazzino. I'm surprised he got away with that, but angle wasn't there.
This-
and actually, wards off
on A.
Aspas.
Pass the trip. Lane coming into play here. And left. They secure. Wait, they're splitting up.
They have
Why are
no
they
idea
splitting
about-
up?
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Why have they done
Rienz.
this? Okay, just jiggling for
Okay,
info.
that's fine,
But
that's
Benji-
fine. That made me nervous, but Benji is creeping closer. It's Aspas, he's got his fight with Com up against Rienz. Benji up against Aspas. Aspas wins his fight, leaving Rienz in a 1v3. Caution on the corner. Ducks away from the dart. He knows he's got to fight around this, and he doesn't fancy it. He's like, all the
Here,
mean
Tex,
wait,
Aspas.
this read could be
30
everything.
seconds left.
The spike slowly coming over. They had no idea what was around the corner. Now with that surprise, do they back down? Do they surrender? No, they go forward.
There's no time to go back.
Audacious. But time, you're right, 18 seconds. They've got to speed up on this one. They've got to somehow carve the path. 10 seconds. They send Aspas in. Give us options. Give us something. Help me out. Ult's being poured on. Benji offers himself up for the trade. selfless in the moment. The plant is in though. King and Mazzino got to dig deep on this. Mazzino, where do you go here? Fades it perfectly. Diffuse has started though. They got to get him off this. They got to stop it. And they can't stop the roll. They can't stop the diffuse.
Team Heretics, we've seen them try to pull out rounds like this, where Boo is on an island trying to make enough presence for them to go to the other side. Lev, they overcooked it. They were doing the same thing that's been...
Okay, Benji made himself a little corner to play out.
The pace.
They had no idea that he could be there. Benji putting it on a show, putting it on a class. And Mazzino and Tex, the back line of Com there, having to now work uphill, but they don't have any access. They don't have any... Restless. They want this round wrapped. Mazzino goes down. That could be it.
Unless the cape is Superman, there's nothing that Com can do in this position. That spike is, it's gone.
Okay, this would be the most heroic play of his life.
There's no way.
That's one. 14 seconds. They need the spike and they needed it now. The hat on the body, this has pulled enough of the interest here. They now know 8 seconds. I think this one is done. Benji near on securing it. I don't know if he's going to be able to find Com at this point. So the ace is not completely relinquishing the chance of it. And Mini Boo, after getting contact on those players, you know there's still a chance there in middle. Yeah, Woot knows it. Reading the game well, understanding what Aspas wanted to achieve here.
They're pinging it. You can see that they know that smoke comes in, Aspas is lurking, Rien's picking up that angle. Ready to take that fight. Spots Aspas, knows that this kind of like lurk play towards A might be in play.
Tex!
Speed.
On the ult as well. They really want to try and make something out of nothing. You got the two rifles, King and Mazzino with them. All players basically on the A side have to scramble over. Woot back to the wall. There's nowhere to go. You can't backpedal now. Aspas puts him to his grave, creates opportune chances. As Benji now can't pick which poison he wanted. King puts him out of his misery. The plan's there. They made the path themselves, carving a way forward. But Mini Boo's already drawn blood. Location noted, however, makes this harder. Anyone dare take a fight against him? The timing! Aspas!
There is so good at defending
playing this map out how I feel like it should. But what's my opinion worth? Let's see if Aspas can do it again. There's 4 players this time. He's got an army against him, and Mini Boo already gonna fight. What is
Convergence.
That? Absolute shutdown and shut out in middle. There's no more access here. Heretics hated that last round. They want no more of that.
Whenever we have a moment in the round, don't know who's there, DJ maybe. I need to see this camera on Benji right now over towards B. What is that covering? It's got to be insane information. Lev, still 2v5, trying to play out the round, 45 seconds remain, and that ultimate on King as well.
Scary players alive as well. We've seen Tex and King both giving them opportunities, but that door still has to break. So they still have to give away the intention to a degree. You've got 2 players there ready to meet them. You'd need Tex to alleviate that pressure. So it's all about layers to this.
30 seconds left.
King's trying to create that opening for Tex to sneak through, but
Rien says the read well. The timing,
budging.
they're trying to time this to try and split their attention, divide and conquer. Boo's not going to fall for it, and they know where Tex is. The intention, I get it. The execution, not going to work out. And slowly but surely, you can try and take fights. It doesn't matter.
I'll explain why right after this fight happens, because Boo is going to get caught on a time potentially.
Oh my god, how's he? Oh, he's dead to right, surely. Surely he is. Tex with the punish and the slow approach, looking to get a stranglehold on this A site. The paranoia's gone in, it finds no one. They are on the site itself. A fight towards CT, Benji wins it. Banging shot. Woot's still there, but he falls quickly to Com. The site now open and available. Rien's backs away.
Man, 3v3.
Mini
What
Boo.
better players to have alive in this situation? Spikes down, and Mini Boo's sitting on it too. Com has no idea.
Oh,
None the way. Wait.
He has a look.
He's
Spike's gone. He's heard the jump. He knows it. Com?
You know,
The audacity to turn around, but they've lost Aspas in the meantime.
For 40
Com,
seconds.
there's nowhere to go. They have to fight forward here. He's got to bank on King to find him safety, find him across here. And King, how good can you be? Not this time. Rien's is on it. The deadly trio.
and now they just wait for Mini Boo to come in. He's going to locate out where Com is and let Benji and Rienz close this round out.
Oh.
Waiting for the perfect time to strike. But if he mistimes on his camera, and he gets the top of his head spotted by Boo here. If he drops, I don't see a way back for Lev.
Waiting, denial on the plant here.
Boo versus Tex.
There it is, and Tex wins. Hat comes online, and suddenly it swings in their favor. That pendulum apparent again. Aspas up top, waiting for the push through. You got a player down low in the smoke as well.
A cosmic divide. Lev's playing in. They know they have to play in front of us, stop them at the choke points. And here comes the retake.
Ooh,
Dizzy
King.
in.
Hold on, he's still here.
Scan.
He evaded it. He's trying the best he can. Aspas only gets one. The trades. Woot, outrageous on approach, trying to be the bulldozer, but it's Boo from above. Time for the defuse.
Kong's been so good with these.
The second you stop respecting and fearing this side, the second they can take it away from you. Aspas with a glance, but he finds no connection that he wanted here. Not able to find the impact yet. Being held at the door still. And now there's going to be issues. They get held up.
Two.
Rien's a Benji. The 1-2 punch. But Aspas, surgical precision is not good enough today. Mazzino detained. They are left in ruins as Heretics running them down as Con, the last man standing here. A 1v4. Show me what you're made of now. He's got a spike, he's got...
That they lose the confidence in their own identity and their game plan. They switch it up. And they falter. Right now, Team Heretics, a brick wall, moving together to find out where Calm is. It's such a difficult task. The plant's open for him, though. If he lets him slip by...
Magic. Show me some magic, Calm. Go on.
The reads. Again, 5-man group,
Repeat.
death ball.
It looks so similar, but different players this time. It was Benji and Rienz who were able to punish last time. Here, they've had to rescind, fall away. Leviathan have done what they needed to at least secure the plant. First, oh, big pick as well for Mazzino. Punishing Woot there. Man up to the good as well. This is way better. Miniboo starting to get curious.
There you go.
And killed by King. This is way better stuff. Starting to see real synergy, real teamwork. The Crossfire is holding well. Mazzino getting maybe a little bit too overzealous in this, but they have the numbers on their side. They can take a couple of, I guess, riskier choices. As Rienz, yes, you can take down Com, but it's the rest of the team.
I've learned my lesson. These teams have so much to offer. You can never count them out too early. Miniboo keeps slinking up the gap.
Oh, but look at the support system on that. Literally everyone involved in the kill, but Tex still here. Tex gets 2! He couldn't quite get the 3rd, but he did so well to do this much damage, and Mazzino's found a gap to work in. He's found 2 targets. He couldn't take them down, though. They stayed alive. And now we're in a 2v2. Boo, Benji up against King and Com. Boo down low, and now vision removed, but King's gonna have to get close! Time has gone even.
Yeah. Fast hit, and here's the Thrash, round 3, and
Okay! Tex!
throws his hat down on the way.
So damn good! What a shot straight out of the sky! Oh man, that puts Miniboo right in his place.
2 Sheriffs and the Outlaw on this retake. Yes, they have the man advantage, but man, again, stopping them at the choke points. Team Heretics in their faces. Thrash goes again.
Oh, but
shot in the back.
down! Mazzino is timing perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better. Benji now called in, required to go above and beyond, and he's doing just that. That's a second body dropped. He needs to depend on Rienz to control CT here as well. Tex goes for the swing. King on the trade, but hold on. Getting closer now. He knows it. He's seen it. Benji.
Team Heretics chooses right now
No man's
to
land.
hit, to strike. That's it. Lev need to fall off.
King and Com, they're trying to stand their ground, trying to hold the site, and maybe that's why. Oh, King beheads Woot. Tries to dip away in time, but the plant is in. A trade of space and the site. Time on their side. Miniboo, Boo, and Benji. Oh, but Miniboo, careful. He was completely vulnerable towards CT then, but they're so focused towards that retake through
Texas
tower.
so far away. Aspas has the operator, and King has 11 HP. They're so split, and the time's
They're
running
ahead of the
low.
wall here. This double stack is hard to handle. How do you break this? What do you have? The second they try and drop, they might be dead. They might be brought down, dragged down. Desperate try from Tex and Mazzino, and now it's just Boo. But time is ticking, and Boo just has to play to the clock. He has to play it properly.
Wait.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You gotta get in there. You gotta
No,
stop shooting the
Boo,
thing and get in.
run!
Ah, he's out of bullets! Why? Just run in! What is this?
Oh my God.
This is the lower bracket where he's currently standing.
I don't know. Tex has been scaring the life out of me. This man
Don't hit your teammate, though.
A monster. He's still looking for a victim. He's found a couple of players. I told you, you got to be careful going towards his site. Takes down his opposing number, but it is traded. They've now got their foot in the door. The site is under Heretics' control. It's been these post plants they've been struggling on. Actually, the parent. Wait, that felt
it's
a little
just Mizzino out, though.
kilter. Well, the timing maybe a little bit off there.
Aspas is still in their spawn where they buy.
This feels disjointed. Mizzino can still make it hurt. It's not like it may not work, but still play together. Ooh. Play as three, play as the team, and they're doing that. Com set up for success. Now down to Aspas and Com to try and work this back through. Riens and Woot on the site. An isolated fight, and he takes it with both hands, leaving Aspas to try and fight. And he does. Punishes Woot in the back. There's no running away from this. Face your fears, but Riens was a god on this map. And he needs to show him how it's done. Show his composure. Show how good he can be in Aspas. His hand is forced.
Stars placed. But not oh, okay.
Okay, here's the divide. Here's the Hunter's Fury. Riens sending that from far away. Miniboo's already been caught up. King, Com, together, holding the line this time. It's only Woot to be able to make it through. He's the only one still on site here. The other two slightly disconnected, but the plant is in. Aspas, Tex, and Com have to navigate their way back through, but look how far away Tex was.
One shock, Mosh, and potentially a gravity well.
Wait,
but the flank is coming in. Com knows that they're going to play for this retake from back here. Com needs to pick the perfect time. It needs to be after the spike is tapped from Aspas. They need to use a cloud burst, tap that spike, draw their...
Oh, the timing. Corbin, Com, Lee, the difference maker for Lev. Boo trying to hold on. Oh, he's taking him down with the trade.
He's got it.
He's got it. Tension up and over. Another attempt. He's not landing the shots here. Forced away. We can see Tex fancies it, confidence brimming. Oh my God, Mizzino saves him in that one. Got a little too close for comfort, but they're left in Dallas here, Heretics. They're down in Boo and Woot. They don't have any safety. They don't have any real security on the site. They've got nowhere to work from. They've been forced away. Leviathan with a stranglehold on this game. It's gorgeous to witness. We need a one.
Stalled, they paused. Now they decide they're going to move up Riens through the smoke. That is so unlucky for him.
It happens. It's the way it goes. Com does get detained, so maybe there's a chance, but Mizzino, can he keep him secure? Does he want to try and maybe protect his friend, protect his teammate? Right now it's King doing the best he can. Oh, King! Decimating Heretics, leaving Boo to face the music. His mistakes earlier coming back to haunt him as he's watched this game slip away. And the chance truly beginning. The opportunity for the reverse sweep now becomes a reality as it's
get into the site. It is free for the taking.
Flanks on the way though. That turret will alert them pretty quickly that they should be surrounded on all fronts.
I found my wire.
One's gonna come in, try and get the time on their side. Slow progress from King, so it's gonna take a moment.
Paranoia.
Oh, belting shot though from Benji. Backline still remains his. Miniboo as well, finding success over towards CT with a follow-up too. And now sadly for King, he's a little too far away to be able to set anything to motion with that Paranoia. Mizzino was meant to be on that flank before, but Benji, oh, just about heard that then. He's still on the hunt. Beautiful. It's King, last one alive. Feels like a formality. And it absolutely is.
Still holding that A lobby control.
Yeah, so many rifles out as well for Heretics. This is going to be a heavy hitting bonus. You're looking at King to keep control towards C, but already they're going to start testing the rest of the map here too.
Not committing the spike onto the site yet. Stun, paranoias, everything's still in play right now. Once the spike gets planted, that's when this flood's going to come.
Woot might be ahead of this by a touch. I want to see if he tries to just go for this one, and he absolutely does. He didn't need to go that far, maybe. The Paranoia, you'd have been able to see him. And now denial on the plant. Potentially an overheat, maybe a misstep here by Woot. And for Lev, they get to keep 5 alive. 4 of them now standing tall on the site. Heretics forced down towards that lower side. Smoke goes in towards main, they're ahead of it, but Tex with 2, and a 3rd for Tex. His impact has been off the charts during this series. And
they get the spike planted. How do they deal with the post plant?
Tex deciding, yeah, tone him back away. Doesn't want to go too far here. Thought maybe Mizzino might have been on that corner, but probably luckily he wasn't. That pain shell to follow. But he does go down.
Through the
Maybe a
gap.
gap in the smoke there. Gives Miniboo just a pixel to play with. They've kept control of CT, and I'm curious if there's an overstep this time. I can imagine that's not the case.
King, he's got Paranoia. There's Seized and Paint Shells. That could be a good combo
Big
towards
cam.
Elbow, and they're in the position to do it. Here
Paranoia.
it comes Boo.
It's huge.
He's gonna go down.
Surely.
He got away.
Boo's still
How?
alive. With a second chance of life, he goes back towards the site. Wood's still up top. Miniboo down below. Aspas trying to find one of these players. Isolate someone. He's done it. Rienz falls. Now it falls towards Boo. Gets overwhelmed. Tex clearing house.
Transfer.
Wood on the top of the box. Oh, look at the move. Already backing towards B.
Oh my.
Rienz. What is that? Thought a third was on the cards, but not to be. But a quick read. Com knows what's up. He can hear them already bounding towards that B site. Needs to call in the cavalry as they are trailing the man here. On gonna go through.
Paranoia in.
Paranoia, anyone gonna work with this? Now they go, but it was too late in the day. Miniboo recovers vision, drops the body. Mazzino, good trade. But a 3v2, struggling to get the time on their side and get this plant down.
2v3, spike's not planted. 30 seconds. Aftershock for Mazzino can funnel these guys away. That smoke on main.
It's nice.
It's all about these first kills.
Carving up at least a 2v2 on the site itself, but you can see how close Benji is sitting. Oh, I thought there was a chance for the spray on this one. Mazzino now. He may know where one of them is, but to find Benji would be hard. He knows where he is now, but time is the biggest factor. Boo!
Okay.
Boo's having, I want to say a nightmare, but Mazzino now given an opportunity. The time is going to be very, very low here, but he might be able to get this towards half. Takes a little bit of damage, but he's got himself an opportunity. And he's definitely got time, but he doesn't. And he's so committed. I don't know how he gets away from this. Or maybe he doesn't want to. Maybe he wanted to try and stand and fight, but a 1-for-1 trade, I don't know if it's enough.
You should run.
Lockdown in play. Players already on the site. That's just going to zone them out to give them enough space to get into the site and plant. But look at Benji. He's already placing that turret for the flank. Here comes the plant. And Rienz, he's going to get it. He's got the Viper's Pit if he locks that down in spawn or waterfall. This is another round for Team Heretics.
See if they want to go for it. Look, yeah, opting towards CT. Covering that off. This then encourages Aspas. Can he find a man? Drop the body. He can, but he takes himself down with it. And now down to the 3v3. Benji on the back lines being pressured. Is booted to deliver towards Mazzino. And now back and forth we go. But the Viper's Pit on the site is the problem. They still have to clear past this. Com and King both wanting to close in now.
Tucking into spawn as well.
King gonna fall first though. It's all on Com in a 1v2 and he's trying, but they're gonna surely check. Yeah, Pacey already straight on in. Miniboo gonna pop the ult here and just secure space.
Absorbed.
You can see how far back they have to sit here. It gives them time for the plant, but an opportunity for the retake. You're looking at Com here, you're looking at Tex potentially.
Woo.
Big opportunity, but Wu waiting. Denies anyone access through that blue door, gives them safety, allows them to all pour their attention towards CT, towards that connector. The counter ult on both sides going through. Miniboo, Boo, waiting, you see them both. That should be both tethered. Miniboo can now turn for a second. Now the Paranoia goes in towards CT. Miniboo draws blood, Rienz, Heretics, line him up and knock him
Wrong
down.
spot. But here, they might guess the right spot.
Ooh. Seized up, here we go.
Okay, that's a
Tex
start.
Finding Rienz, now gonna apply the pressure! And Heretics withstand! 3 back-to-back and Lever trying to throw everything they have at them. They don't want to go out like this. So close to that grand final. And watch it slip. 1 round, all they've been able to post so far. Tex trying to dig deep, but he gets put in his grave. Now King. A 1v3, we talked about his timings, his ability to find space, to give Lev so many options in previous maps, but now he has to clutch up. There's no two ways to say it. They need impact. They need someone to stand tall. He's not slowing down by any means. He's in there. Trying to toy with their expectations on the TP, but they know what's going on. The Haunt gonna ensure it. Nice shot from King.
Aspas.
First time we're seeing him test this in what feels like this entire game, apart from one flank we saw earlier
Turret
on.
and alarm pot, man.
Yeah, they doubled down. They're taking no chances here.
And
They're feeling surrounded, but look at Tex.
Is that the go?
It's so
for Heretics
precarious. This positioning from Tex, it feels like feast or famine, and he's played it Glorians with a ghost clears him. How is this happening? They're being brought down to the ground here. 5 still up for Heretics. They got the plant. Benji backfilling the space on CT. Aspas, every step is so arduous. And we need the Magic Man to pull a trick out of the hat, pull something out, show us something here, Lev. Going out with a whimper is not it. 3 kills for Aspas. This feels like we've shifted into a whole different reality.
Always connect back here after they pressure A or B.
Tex, bit of a headliner. And I thought a bit of a head taker there. Only gets down Woot, but I thought he might have had Miniboo as well.
And look how that exposed that C site though. Aspas needs to go big from this waterfall, deny that plant.
And it's Aspas, you call upon him. Maybe it's his time to answer that call. 13 seconds. They can get the plant here. He can't deny it.
Peaked.
Giving him no quarter. King falls. And now Oncom. A 2v1. Can he give him anything? A touch to work with. Desperate attempt to Boo.
Misstep right here.
It's so
Everything.
dangerous.
The same approach that they had on Abyss, right? They went towards B after a little bit of A pressure. Tex and Aspas leading the charge, but here, Benji playing that retake, waiting for the rest of his team to come back. This is what was working so well in some of these retakes in the previous maps. Team Heretics, as they group, reach critical mass. They have the paint shells. Haunt, no C's though. That paranoia coming in, Woot in the back. Here it comes, and here comes the retake.
Yeah, smokes in, haunts up, paranoia too deep, Miniboo on the way, first man falls, Aspas King trying to desperately claw into this, hold on, give them a chance, give them a moment, give them, hell, another round, come! And right now, they're trying to just escape, Aspas perfect, takes away Benji, trying to clear the box, make sure, does his due diligence, he knows that someone's going to try to sneak around there, but no. We know that already Woot's backed away, but a perfect start to things. Quell some of that confidence. Slow down Heretics.
Heretics, such a big lead that they can choose to do some riskier plays to see if they can shut down Lev before they're able to get anything. A great clear on that C-Mound area by Lev. But here they come back to A, and already Team Heretics bolstering the position. Tex goes down.
The ends. Oh,
no
in
way.
a hail of
Not
bullets.
like this, man.
Lev are being decimated. King, Com, Aspas. Where do you go? Do you look towards B? Eye up C. You're not going A anymore.
This is when silence is deafening. You hear your own heartbeat pumping louder and louder as you realize that the end of the tournament life is quickly, rapidly approaching.
20 seconds. Boo on the other side of this smoke. The spike is hit.
Dodges it. No, no.
It passes.
No.
Boo with an opportunity to break their hearts, and he's doing it! Shattering Lev to pieces. And King, too little, too late to work with. There's still a buy in hand, and they are gonna give it everything they have to try and stay in this tournament, to stay in champs for a chance at the finals. Aspas, but it's Miniboo and Boo back to back, doing so much damage towards Lev, leaving them in a 2v3. And Mazzino is so isolated. Benji takes away Tex, and now on the verge. It's down to 1. Miniboo, Benji, Woot. They show patience as they slowly close in. They look to finish with a flourish. The paranoia going through Mazzino. Can you step up when it matters most? Can you handle the pressure? The answer is no, as Heretics in name and in nature